What is up today, YouTube? So, we are out to skate today. As you can tell, there is still a bunch of snow everywhere. And actually, next week they're calling for another foot, which will put us in the past 3 weeks at 3 feet of snow. So, we're trying to skate where we can get it. It is about 8 degrees out, and the goal is to do 20 tricks today. I want to do 5 shove-its, 5 180s, 5 big spins slash 360s, and then 5 flip tricks, finishing off at 20 tricks. I'm not really looking to get any better here. I'm looking to just keep the repetition going and making sure I'm not getting worse at skating, especially in these terrible, terrible months. But let's get right to it. And in the outro, I'll explain why I'm wearing a mask, because it may shock you guys. I am sure you will notice it in the clips where it looks like I'm not going that fast, which is the truth. It was kind of like skating a Walmart board, where you would push really hard, but because the sheer amount of rock salt on the road, it definitely slowed me down a ton. So, like with the half cab flip, I wanted to do it again, but I also didn't because it proved such a point of, you kind of just stuck. It was very hard to roll through the rock salt, kind of like skating in gravel. But I was able to get all 20 tricks. Now, on to why I'm wearing the mask and what might shock you guys. Most of you probably won't care. Is recently at work, I got an offer. Well, not so much recently. I work in a mechanic shop, and it is a family owned chain. They own a little over 20 locations, and I've enjoyed working for them for the 3+ years I've worked for them. And last year, I was offered to move up front because the two managers who I had had for a long time left working with us, and they brought in a floater, which he's an awesome guy. I love working with him. And he made an offer to me to move up front, and I would get a pay raise, and it was a way to further my career. So at that time, I was more than willing to go up front. It just felt like amazing. I get to further my career even more and get a pay raise. Sure, I'm in. Well, after some other things that happened at work, I ended up with the pay raise, but never actually going up front. They ended up hiring two other managers instead, and I became lead tech in the shop. It's where I've been for a couple months now. And I actually enjoy being lead tech. I'm in charge, like kind of like a foreman. I'm in charge of kind of what goes on in the shop and that. And the guys come to me for training and things like that. And then, of course, I only answer to my boss and people above him. Well, recently our assistant manager decided to leave us, and the position has opened up once again, and it has been offered to me once again. Um, so to not go back on my word, I already promised that I would go up front if needed. And it's looking like it's needed, and that's what's happening. So I was up front today. It's a totally different vibe. Um, the downside is I may end up missing a couple uploads here and there, especially with it being winter and the compressed schedule I have means usually if I couldn't film a video, like a skating video or something like that, at work, at least I'd find 10 minutes a day to handboard. Where now I am no longer in the back, I'm no longer at my toolboxes, so that doesn't seem realistic anymore. So I may end up missing an upload here and there in hopes to further my career, but we have to wait and see because nothing is set in stone yet. The stipulation they gave me, though, is I'm not allowed to look like a technician anymore. I'm not allowed to look dirty. I'm not allowed to dress kind of ratty. They want me to be more prim and proper. So I had to do this. I pulled my foot up. So I had to do this. I last night roughly cut, or my wife cut off, better to say, about 7 inches of my beard. And that was a stipulation laid forth. I tried to figure out a way to tuck it up where it would look professional, I could keep it, but it ended up being more of a hassle, and I've never been that attached to the beard. But stay tuned for the bonus clip for a Viking send off, is the best way to put it. As always, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing and listening to what's going on in my life. I hope you guys enjoyed the skating, and as always, have a great day and keep pushing forward.